to the ground. Open your third eye and see me as light. Open your third eye, it's your birthright. Loka samasta Sukino Bhavantu. Open your third eye and see me as light. Open your third eye, it's your birthright. Loka samasta Sukino Bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. May all beings everywhere be joyful and sweet. Loka samasta Sukino Bhavantu. Loka samasta Sukino Bhavantu. Loka samasta Loka samasta Loka samasta Sukino Bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. May all beings everywhere think thoughts of light and sing. May my thoughts and my words and my actions praise. May my heart and my soul and my vibe praise. Loka samasta Sukino Bhavantu. So when I was in my mom's tummy, my grandmother was intuitive, and she had a dream that I came to her and that my name was Tina Renee, which later I came to find was River Reborn. When I finally started to really let go of my reality and live into my name, they changed my name to Athena StarSeed. And so since that time, I've kind of been on assignment. I started in the fitness business, and I had a Hollywood boot camp and a couple shows on the Discovery Health Channel, and I found out I was super miserable. And so I let go of all my materialism, and I lived in an ashram for 2.5 years with a yogi from South India, right at the base of, he studied at Arunachala, where Ramana Maharishi stayed pretty much his entire life. And I decided to follow this yogi into the flame of the fire. And we're talking about fire, and we're talking about wind and earth and ether. And what I learned from this yogi was every day before we would go to do our work, we would symbolically light a candle. And we would light that candle to symbolically light our own candle in our own soul. And then we would ask our soul to think our thoughts for us and solve our problems for us before we address the day. So the first practice was lighting a candle. So this is about raising your own reverence. And reverence means in awe of the divine. In awe of the divine. Awe of the divine. When you can see reverence in a blade of grass, you can see it in your enemy. When you can see reverence in a fire, you can see your own divinity. When you can see reverence in a mass shooting, you can free yourself of judgment and hate through seeing God in all of it, in an omnipresent field of all of it. Not judging anything on either side of the ledger, good, bad, standing in the center, walking on E equals MC square like a yogi in multiple dimensions, spinning into a holographic field of I love you. And releasing yourself into your art. And so One Love is about releasing yourself into your art. So drop into your heart and feel this. Close your eyes. I want to call in the 4 directions, which are you. Close your eyes. Drop your grounding cord all the way down to the earth. I want to ask just for reverence in the space that if you want to stay, stay. But now we're going to start the meditation part. And if you feel moved to talk, follow the wind outside in the talking area. This is going to be a bubble of silence until we call in the angels. Take a nice deep breath with me. Inhale. You know, I learned from fasting that angels communicate on oxygen molecules. Anybody done a fast? Enjoy yourself. It's closer than you think. If you haven't, enjoy yourself. It's closer than you think. When you can eat the sunshine, you're totally free. Okay, let's enter the silence together. Inhale. And exhale. Come with us. Come with us. Inhale. Exhale. Stay inside. Close your eyes. Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Michael, and Archangel and Archangel Raphael. Thank you, Wynn. Father Sky and Mama Earth. From the point of light within me, from before my birth, we're calling hidden into this sacred circle of light. Sing with me. Calling hidden into this sacred circle of light. Be with me. Calling hidden into this sacred circle of wealth, prosperity, peace. Calling hidden into this sacred circle of health, emotions, release. Calling hidden into this sacred circle of light. Archangel Raphael, heal us today. And Archangel Michael, show us your way. And Archangel Gabriel, hold us in your womb. Share your compassion and grace with us soon now. And Archangel Uriel, sacred geometry, you connect us to heaven. earth it shall be. Father Sky and Mama Earth, from the point of light within me, from before my birth, I'm calling hidden into the sacred circle of light. Sing with me. Calling hidden into the sacred circle of light. Sing with me. Calling hidden into the sacred circle. Wealth, prosperity, peace. Calling hidden into the sacred circle. Health, emotions, release. Calling hidden into the sacred circle of light. Calling it in. So, I was an athlete as a kid, and I won the Presidential Physical Fitness Award in the 4th grade, and I was so proud of that because Jimmy Carter signed it. And I got so proud of myself, and my ego got really big. I was a big 4th grader. I won the Presidential Physical Fitness Award, and the very next year I couldn't walk. I ended up in a wheelchair, and my bones started to deteriorate, and I got diagnosed with a very rare disease called leg herpes that put me in a wheelchair for 4 years, and the doctor said I'd never walk again. And I was pissed. I was pissed. I came all this way to be an athlete, and then God took my legs away. So I wanted to die, and I got really serious about talking to God directly, and so I started to communicate at age 11. Anybody have a spiritual awakening early? Or maybe they were always awake. So I woke up a lot more at 11 when my legs got taken away, because that was important to me walking. And God opened my third eye and showed me a vision that saved my life, so I didn't kill myself. I saw myself running a marathon. I saw myself running a marathon, 26.2 miles, from my wheelchair. And so I started reading the Bible, and I had this one verse that I knew if I could master this one verse that I would be able to transform my cells. And I'm going to give it to you, because you can use it. Jesus said you can do greater things than these. So here's the verse. Knock and the door will be opened. Seek and ye shall find. Ask and ye shall receive. So I was asking, I really want to use my legs, so can you make that happen for me? And then my third eye opened, and I saw myself marathon, and then I heard the voice, this is only temporary. You will walk. And I was like, okay, so, and they're like, patience. And I'm like, okay. So I was in a full body cast, laying flat on my back in Florida, in Tarpon Springs, in 120-degree weather, sweating my butt off, having to urinate in a bedpan in the living room, humiliating. But guess what I got? I got patience. I got compassion for other beings. I spent a lot of my time on a hospital ward in South Carolina with children, 50 to 90% of their bodies burned. The little girl next to me, Amy, her father threw her down 2 flights of stairs and broke her back, and she had a crown on her head, and nobody visited her. How can I feel sorry for myself without my legs? Yeah. Emmanuel had no fingers, and he was playing the guitar at 13. Wow. So I decided to use my life force to sing to the kids in the hospital to make them happier than their situation. So I would squirt pickle juice in syringes when the nurses would give them to me, and I would make puppets up, and I would sing and make shows, and we all got through it. And so life is a series of shadow puppet shows. The sun is always shining, right? Who turns around? We do. Shadow. Light. Shadow. Light. And that's our dance. And the universe dances the same way. It's a spin in and out of a contraction, ow, to an expansion, wow, to a contraction, ow, to an expansion, wow, until our heart busts wide open with no inside and out.